Now, oftentimes when I'm asked about annuities, people will say, like, what's an annuity? I heard they're terrible. I heard annuities are not good. And the way I explain it is this. Imagine that you were sitting in a bar. You walked in, a guy on one side, guy on another side, and somebody starts talking about their car. This guy, he says, hey, I got this car. It's incredible. It is so fast. I can just speed down the road in this thing, but can't drive it in the wintertime. There's snow, ice. If I try to drive, it's going to slide right off the road. And the guy on this side kind of muttering to himself, and you turn to him and say, hey, what's the matter? And he said, don't listen to that guy over there. He's a liar. I got a car. It drives great in the snow. It's not fast at all. I'm barely past anything, but I'll tell you what, it's like a tank. It's not going anywhere. The question is, like, which one of them is telling the truth? And the thing is, they both might be telling the truth. This guy's got a sports car. He's got a Corvette. And this guy's got a big old 4x4 SUV. He's got a Suburban. They're both telling the truth. They're just different vehicles. Annuities are kind of like that. There are all different kinds of annuities. So it's just not possible to paint it with such a broad brush to say they're good or they're bad, or they're right for everybody, or they're not right for anybody. Depending on the person, depending on the goals, certain types of annuities can be beneficial. So let's start with that. Annuities can't be classified as a single thing. There are lots of different types and they all behave very differently. I'll break down for you here a couple of different types and then reasons why somebody might consider an annuity where it would be beneficial to people in a certain circumstance. And so we're going to start with that. Hi folks, my name is Antonio Cibella. I'm a financial advisor with Vision Wealth Management. I do these videos to help explain financial topics to people who are curious about retirement planning, investing, financial planning, and things like that. So today we're talking about annuities. Let's get into it. So as I said, there are a lot of different types of annuities. 3 reasons why somebody might consider buying an annuity. The first one, they want principal protection. They want money that lives like this, not money that lives like this. For a certain portion of someone's portfolio, oftentimes you should have some money like that. Money in the bank as an example, CDs, certain types of annuities, particularly what are referred to as fixed annuities, would fit that bill. Now, the guarantee is offered by the insurance company, so that's important. You got to make sure you're dealing with a company that's reputable. They've been around for a long time. They're fiscally sound. They've got good ratings. All of those things are important because they're the ones that are saying, hey, if you let us use your money for a period of time, we're going to pay a certain amount of interest and we're going to guarantee your principal so that you won't have fluctuation or the risk of loss like you may have in certain other types of investments. That guarantee only as good as the insurance company that is offering it. So that's important, but that's one reason why some folks consider annuities is they want to put some principal protection on some of their money. They want to stop it from having the risk of fluctuating. The second reason that a lot of people use annuities, a reason that I like, if you watch any of my videos, you know, because I talk about it a fair amount of time, you can use them to create an income stream, and that income stream can be guaranteed for your lifetime or for the lifetime of you and your spouse. And so in that way, certain types of annuities can look a lot like what a pension would. You put a certain amount of money with an insurance company, depending on how the contract is structured and what the rider provides for. The rider is the vehicle, an annuity with a rider that would allow for lifetime income. They'll say at a certain point you can take a certain amount of income, and we, again the insurance company in this case, will guarantee that income for life. Even if you were to deplete your funds, the check will still come. That can be a beneficial tool when you're planning for retirement. Lots of other considerations that you need to look at with those types of annuities. You need to look what the costs are. There's fees for riders, and so you need to make sure what you're paying is creating a worthwhile benefit for you. And then it applies to your own specific financial situation, whether it's beneficial or not to have that. But if you're in search of retirement income, oftentimes people will turn to an annuity to create that additional stream of retirement income to supplement Social Security, to supplement a pension or rental income or whatever other things that they've got coming in their retirement. A third reason a lot of people use annuities is tax deferral. So if you have non-qualified money, not IRA money, not 401k, not 403b money, it's just extra after-tax money that you had that built up and you want to invest it. If you invest it in an annuity, it becomes tax deferred. Now, there are drawbacks to that, but the advantage to that is that you're not paying the taxes as you're earning. You pay the taxes at the end when you start to distribute the money out. So it's tax deferred. That can be beneficial to people who are high income earners, high wage earners. They're maxing out their Roths, their 401ks, their 403bs, whatever other options they have that have some sort of tax preference. If your remaining options are, I can put this money into just a regular old investment account that doesn't have any sort of tax advantage, and each year as I earn, I have to pay taxes on it, and I'm in a really high tax bracket. That's what's referred to as tax drag. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, because you're continually paying taxes on the gains as you have them, as opposed to wrapping that account in tax deferral, which is to say I shifted it into an account that allows for it to grow tax deferred. I'm not paying taxes as I'm earning it. I will pay tax in the future on that money. That can create a separate set of issues. But if you're in one of those higher tax brackets and a lot of money's going out the door every time you earn it, it can be beneficial to eliminate that tax drag and allow your investments to continue to compound without paying tax on the money, paying tax on it in the future when you get to retirement. Again, things to consider when it comes to that. Depending on what the retirement income situation would look like, are you just creating a larger tax bill for yourself? Are there other tax advantaged ways that you can invest? But nonetheless, tax deferral, one of the original reasons people would use an annuity, and they can provide a benefit if you're the person in that situation. Now, quickly, I'm going to go over 3 types of annuities. So these are not 3 reasons to utilize an annuity. These are 3 versions of annuities that exist. All of these get much deeper than this. I'll link the annuity playlist, and you'll be able to go there and check out lots of details on this stuff if you have questions or thoughts on it. In the meantime, if you're enjoying the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Come on back. That'll help you find the videos. That'll help other people find the videos. And there's lots of stuff we've got out here about retirement planning and education as you're looking to plan for your own retirement. So 3 different types of annuities. There are fixed annuities. I referenced that a little bit in the beginning. A fixed annuity, generally speaking, is insurance company, I'm going to give you a portion of my money. You're going to keep it for a period of time. You give me a principal guarantee. We're not talking about assets that fluctuate. And you'll give me some sort of interest during that period of time. That's what's typically referred to as a single premium deferred annuity or a fixed annuity. The other end of the spectrum are variable annuities. So those are things that absolutely can fluctuate. They may provide the most growth potential. Oftentimes they come with those riders where you can say, I want to add an income rider that will create a certain amount of income for me guaranteed for life. I want to add a death benefit rider where the amount that would pass to my beneficiaries will automatically step up. Each of those riders and each variable annuity are different, and so you've got to get into the specifics there of the particular company that's offering it, the particular contract, what the fees and expenses are, what the investment options are. Far more complex than a fixed annuity, but can still be beneficial. And then the third option kind of lives in the middle. They're referred to as fixed indexed annuities. In a fixed indexed annuity, you still have a principal guarantee. The insurance company is saying your money doesn't go down, it just kind of lives like this. The growth, rather than necessarily a fixed interest rate, will pay you interest based off of the return of the stock market, subject to the terms of your contract. So these are the ones that you hear about on the Saturday morning radio shows where they say participate in the upside of the market, don't participate in the downside. That's a fixed indexed annuity. Things you want to look for there. What kind of term do you have? How long are you signing up for? What are the caps? So how are they paying interest, and how much of that potential market gain are you paid as interest? Now note, I said paid as interest. Your money's not going into the stock market here. The insurance company is agreeing to pay you interest based off of the return of some stock market index, subject to the constraints of that contract. So those are the sort of things that you want to look at there. Annuities, again, complex. I probably went on a little bit long here, but I hope I gave you a good overview of what an annuity is and why you might want to consider one. If you have other questions, you're interested in more of this stuff, like I said, check out the annuity playlist. And if you have specific questions, go ahead and drop me a line. I'm happy to help you out. I thank you for being here. I hope you learned something today, and I'll see you soon.